Ladies and gentlemen and all those in between, we present you Princess Alice Manor. Hello my lovelies, this is your royal waifu for life, Princess Alice Manor, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a male to female face tutorial. I use this routine in all my looks and the makeup and feel that it's a necessity for not just trans girls but also anyone who is looking to make their appearance more feminine. This tutorial goes into how to prepare your face as well as contouring and highlighting to define and structure your face. Admittedly, this is what works for me and I have learnt it through trial and error on my own face, so feel free to make any adjustments to suit your own face. Also, in order to make this tutorial as accessible for others, I won't be saying the products I use, however, I will list the items in the description below for anyone who would like any recommendations. So without further ado, let's begin. So first off, you want to tie your hair back in order to access your whole face. Also, you want to shape your face as finely as you can. After this, you will want to begin with a clean face. Myself, I use cleansing wipes that also help hydrate my face as well as get rid of any dirt. This is also the time to use any moisturising routines you may or may not use. Once this is done, we want to begin applying our primer evenly and all over. When doing a face routine, it's important to have a good skin service at the beginning in order to make your skin in your final look flawless, and the face primer will do wonders for this. Priming the skin basically helps makeup last longer, ensure an even application and produce a smooth surface so when you put foundation on, it doesn't look patchy. If your skin is oily, then ideally use an oil-free or matte primer. However, if it's dry, then look for a hydrating primer as these will work best for your skin. This also applies when picking your foundation. And this is done, we'll move on to foundation. This is pretty much the main part of our face routine as it's used to create a smooth and even complexion while also hiding blemishes and redness. When selecting a foundation, make sure to match your skin tone so it looks more natural. With the foundation, you want to put a small amount on the back of your hand and use a brush to apply it. You want to start off small and how much to use will depend on your look. Myself, if I'm going to work or just in general, I only apply a little bit, but if I'm going out or filming, I'll apply a generous amount like in this video. Once applied, we're going to want to evenly coat our face by dabbing as we go so we can get an even application, and then 20 seconds later just blend that out. Going back to brushes, I like to use a flat-topped foundation brush to create this even layer, plus it helps not to soak up too much of the product as we go along. This will also help you achieve an airbrushed look, however if you want a more natural look, I'd recommend using a damp beauty blender instead to apply your foundation. I'm then going to use concealer to cover any larger blemishes and spots on my skin and blend them in by lightly dabbing with the brush like I did with my foundation. When picking a concealer, it should be the same as your skin tone, otherwise a lighter or darker colour will draw attention to the blemish. Now that we have our base, I'm now going to start highlighting and contouring my face to give it a more feminine structure. Highlighting is used to bring features forward and contouring is to give your areas more depth. When highlighting, I'm going to use a concealer that is at least a shade lighter than my foundation was. Using a concealer for highlighting also helps to give the face a more natural highlight. When highlighting, I'm going to apply down the centre of my nose as well as my forehead in a palm tree type of shape, and then triangle shapes for my chin and under my eyes. With a damp beauty blender, I'm then just going to blend it in by lightly dabbing from the centre outwards. These particular areas will help focus on parts that make up a feminine face structure, which I will explain throughout. After I finish this comes contouring that I feel is the most important part on achieving a more feminine face. Today I'm using a contour powder as I find for me this is the best product to get a more natural contour. When deciding what shade to use, you want to use a shade that's at least 2 times darker than your skin colour. Be careful you don't pick a shade too dark though, as this will not blend easily and stand out too much, especially if your face is too pale. The female face structure is generally a more round and curved shape compared to the more angular male face, so when applying we want to make this more oval shape. To start off, I'm going to begin with the jawline, making it more defined and curved to start the main shape I want to achieve. In this, you want to start from the bottom of your ear to just before the centre of your chin, creating a small point at the end. I'm then going to contour the edges of my forehead to finish this shape. Once this is done, we move on to our cheekbones. In general, female cheeks are more prominent compared to males, so you want to define them and make them more noticeable. I find the best way to do this while also keeping our shape is to start applying from the top of your ear to the side of your mouth, stopping just before the centre of your eyeline. I'm then going to contour my neck to make it appear thinner, as well as define the jawline even more. To do this, I'm going to apply lines on the edge and in the centre, as well as underneath the chin to create a shadow. I'm going to finish off by contouring the chin crease. While a small detail, this is also very effective as this helps define our chin point a bit more, as well as bring our lips forward. Now that our main structure is done, we'll now move on to our nose. In general, male noses are much bigger, so we want to make our nose appear smaller. To do this, you will want to start from the inner edge of your eyebrows and down the edges of your nose, making the bridge more defined. Optionally, at the end, curve it out so it doesn't appear too angular. We're then going to finish that off by applying contour at the end of our nose as well to lift it up. Now that we've applied, we're going to finish everything off by blending. To do this, use our beauty blender and lightly dab along the lines of your contour to keep the shape that we've made and blend in until the lines look more natural. Once done, you'll instantly notice your face is more structured than before. Now that we've finished, you can continue the rest of your makeup, including your eyebrows, that can help create a more feminine appearance. However, I'm just going to finish this tutorial off by highlighting and adding blush. However, this is completely optional depending on the look you want to create. So I'm going to continue this by using a shimmering highlighter that will help highlight my features again. With this, I'm just going to apply over my nose bridge, forehead, chin and under the eyes again. Afterwards, I'm going to use a blush to bring out my cheeks more as well, and for this I'm going to start on the apples of my cheeks and go downwards, again in the direction of the edge of my mouth over our previous contour line. I'm then going to finish off with a generous layer of translucent powder that will also help blend in my highlighter and blush, as well as bake my face, setting my foundation and concealer, giving it a flawless finish. Last but not least, if you do want to define your contour even more, then go over your cheek and jawline with a fan brush. Due to the way the fan brush is made, it won't pick up too much and will help create a natural and defined looking contour. And we are done! This has been my male to female face tutorial and I hope you enjoyed watching. Like I said at the beginning, this is a routine that works for me, so feel free to experiment and let me know how you get on by tagging me in your results on social media. Also feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. I've been princessalicemanor and thank you for watching. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell and to like, comment and share for any upcoming videos. Also, feel free to check out any of my social media below for more updates, and I also have a Patreon where you can get early access as well as other rewards for less than £2. Again, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.